Welcome to Rust. Simple electrics. Electrics for everyone. Small and large bases alike. Snow biome. Minus 10 degrees. And I've got some basic burlap on. Still minus 10. I'm wet as well. This is going to hinder my health. I've got a nice little base. It's mine. 2x1 classic. Look at the map. I'm happy where I am. Water treatment just round the corner. Satellite dish over there. Bit of a walk. Mining outpost. But it's freezing cold all the time. Losing health. Minus 10 is just about on the cusp of not losing health. But at night time it goes down another 8, 10, 15 degrees. So you're huddled. You're huddled around your furnace. Let's get that on. Try and sort this wetness and cold out. That'll do that. Got a fireplace as well. We can turn that on. That's okay. It's good. It's nice. Even dropped a few candles in here. Get those going. But it's slow going. You're burning wood all the time. If you want your furnace smelting stuff, that's great. If you don't need it on. Same with this. This burns through wood. And if you're in the snow biome, you're just starting out, you've got your 2x1. Oh, it's been a day or two. You don't really want to enlarge your base yet. You know, you're happy where you are. It's quite quiet. You're happy to build up a nice lot of stuff, get some scrap, get a Mark II bench, all this kind of stuff. You know, but you don't want to be fighting against the cold all the time. So this is where basic electrics come in. You may have smashed a few boxes. You may have got a lot of random components, stuff like that. A lot of people are just scrapping stuff, you know, left, right and centre, batteries and all the components. But it could help you. So, here's some basic electrics. So lights are always good. But, you know, you've got the candles, if you've got that. Add on, you've got your fireplace or your fire pit that gives a nice lot of light. But temperature is a big deal. So, what do you know? We've gathered some random resources here. We have a heater. Now, this isn't hard. A battery, a solar panel, all good stuff. Don't scrap it. Keep it. It's very, very simple to wire this up. You've got this, you've got heat forever. Very, very simple. This can produce 20 power at its peak. It'll go down to nothing at night, obviously, and when it's twilight, depending on how you angle the panel, and I'll advise on that in a second. Battery can provide a maximum of 10 power, so that will provide plenty enough to charge that up. That flat out will last 10 minutes. If it's using all 10 units of power, which is its absolute limit, which is like either 5 lights if you've got no switches, or a couple of other items. But perfect for a small base. Heater, if you haven't picked it up, you can learn it. There's about 3-5 jumps down the Mark I bench. I can show you here. I've got everything on here because it is a build server. You can see this is 20 scrap, this is 20, this is about 75, that's 20, and then I think that's 75. So 150, 160, 70, 180, about 200 scrap, and you've got the whole lot you need, everything you need. Let's turn that off right now. Let's show you how to wire it up. So we've got our battery, we've got our solar panel. I'm going to grab a little bit of wood from there because I'm going to have to get on the roof. Okay, so heater. These will radiate heat out in a globe type shape. 2 squares by 2 squares. So that was to say, if you had it there, it would heat a 2 by 2 with the most full point right in the centre of that 2 by 2. So if you do it here, for instance, there. If you imagine a ball of heat coming out of that with the centre roughly where I'm standing, if you stood right underneath it and crouched, you might only get maybe 20 or 30 comfort, or right over here you might only get 20 or 30 comfort with a peak here, but it will be warming the whole lot to some point. Comfort, as you know, will heal you providing you're warm enough. If you've got 50% comfort, you'll get up to 80 health as long as you're warm enough. A 75 comfort, you'll get 90 health, and 100% comfort, you can get up to 100 health, providing you're warm enough. So let's just bang that up there. Lovely. We've got a switch in here. Yes, so there we go. Timer switch. Timer switch I prefer to a normal switch in this scenario because you don't want your battery burning non-stop, because at night time it doesn't produce any electricity. Daytime or when you're running out the base, you don't really need it on. Set this for 10 minutes, which is the whole of night time. So if you forget about it, at least it'll click off, you know. Put it in a prominent place. That's good. Simple to wire up. We've got a wiring tool here, 2 high pole to make. What we'll do here is we'll output that to there, to there. We'll go the full length of that. Try and make it reasonably neat. There's your input, so I tend to bring it just down the side of the heater. Like that. In. Done. Now, mini battery, perfect for a small base like this. It'll go in anywhere. Look, you can fit it here. At some point I'm going to put a door around here, which will strengthen it. But you can put it anywhere you want. It just doesn't matter. It fits in so many good places. So there you go. We'll put that down. Unobtrusive power output. Put that to the wall. Halfway out the wall. And that's going in. Now we need, this might have a little bit of power in it. It's got 19 minutes. The switch is taking a little bit of power. Every device you have will use 1 power. Unless it's an absolute switch, a normal switch, which is switched off. So that's draining very slightly. Nothing to write home about. That will use about 3 power from memory. Let's just have a look what that is. You can see I had it. Look at it. Power usage 3. Sorry. So that will go all day long, and it gives a nice glow. So let's get our solar panel. We've got our wood. Let's shut off our fire. We don't want to be burning wood unnecessarily. So if you pick these items up, use them. Don't scrap them. Save them for when you've got the other items. Very, very worth it, especially in the snow biome. It's a good biome to build in. You've got unlimited resources with rocks and a lot of wood as well. Stairs, spiral, that'll do, just to get us on top. There we go. We get up here. Right, little tip. Let's have a quick look. Where are we? We are in the North Hemisphere, just. Right, so little tip. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere of a map, point your panel exactly to the south and you will get the most light of the day. If you've got multiple panels, sure, point one each way. But if you've got, even with multiple panels, point them all to the south is what my advice would be in this scenario. If you're in the southern hemisphere of the map, point them all to the north. If you're right on the middle, you might want a couple either way. But this will gain you the most light throughout the day as a whole, as an average. So I'm going to stick mine to the south. Put your wire tool on right now. Let's see what we're getting. 20, because it's around midday. That's fine. Our battery is near the front there from memory, so we'll just put that there. Go back indoors. It's all about simple electrics to make your life easier. We'll just bring that straight down there. Yeah, we'll click that there. Bring that there. Straight down the wall. Keep it neat over the old wire. And then we can just put it in there. Bang. Now this will only take 10 maximum. 80% charging efficiency. With a 10 max battery like this, it will, one solar panel will charge it lovely. You can see there we've got 19 minutes. If I turn this on, because I'm freezing cold, minus 16, just turned it on. Nice heating. -1, gone, and I'm getting comfort. And I've got that timer's currently set to 5 minutes. So for a whole night time, that would be about 10 minutes, which is about 700 seconds. I set it to about 750. That'll cover me for a whole night time. And if I'm messing around in the base in general, set that, turn it on. We've got instantly, I was too cold again because that electric fire just went out. Brilliant. Now I can go about my business in the base, do what I want to do, knowing I'm toasty and warm, getting comfort as well. And my health is going up, so I'm healing as well as running around this base. It's a no-brainer. Don't bin this stuff. A lot of people can't be bothered with electrics and stuff. This is good stuff. If you're not in the snow biome, you don't necessarily need a heater, but it will still give you comfort and heal you if you haven't got rugs and things like that, because the rugs on the floor or the ceiling, if you stand in the right position, will also give you comfort, but if you're not warm enough, it won't work. But if you're in the temperate biome, which is the greeny one with the trees, then they will. But if you pick one of these up, don't bin it, use it. Also, they've got a pass-through. If you've got a light here, which I have here, These lights are pretty good. If you've only got one height like this, it will highlight pretty much the single square. So if you've got two, that's fine. I'm just going to put mine. We've got a furnace here giving light, and this is giving a nice glow. You know what? I'm just going to stick it roughly. I'm going to put it this side. Let's see what it looks like without the candles off. With the candles off, sorry. See, the red gives a nice glow. So you know what? I'm going to put it this side. Put it there. You get your wire tool. You can use the pass-through directly. That 10 battery will give 10 power out. The switch uses 1. That's 9 left. That uses 3. That's 6 left. That's enough to power 2, 4, 6. 3 lights and still a bit of power. And it will quite comfortably do that. So if we go power in, I'll just click into that because I like to keep it neat along the lines of the wood. And you know what? I'll bring it there, over there. Follow the line of this one. Now this, obviously, we need to go down here because we want to connect on the pass-through. So I'll just chuck it there, down the wall. Keep it as straight as possible. It highlights up. I won't do that because it'll look a mess. Just bring it up underneath. And I've got a light as well, which doesn't look quite as cozy, admittedly, but you can see what you're doing. And we can turn these candles on there. There we go. Now that's nice. See, your 2x1 base is electrified up. One single battery, and that's really cheap to learn and make. Should you need to. You don't need tech trash for stuff like that or anything like that. It's just frags, maybe a bit of high qual. Let's have a little check there just to make sure I'm not lying. Oh, it's 5 high qual. Okay, but you've only got a scrap. Your first scrap run, your second, third scrap run, you're going to have high qual kicking around. If you haven't picked one of those up. A timer, you don't have to use. You can use a normal switch. You don't even need a switch. You can wire it up live permanently. And it would probably keep it going if you put that solar panel right all the time. So your little 2x1 in the snow biome, keep you warm. But even, as I said, if it's even not in snow biome, lights are handy. That's warmth for comfort. I'm up to 81 health, which is about the maximum you're going to get with 50% comfort. But if I had a rug down here, or a chair gives 100% comfort, but unless you're warm, it will not heal you. So there you go. It's very simple electrics for a basic base. I think that's well worth it. It allows you to come in from a snow adventure or exploration, gathering scrap or whatever. And you know you're coming home to something. Obviously the light does tend to shine through the walls, which has been the case in Rust for like forever. But see, look, I've come out here. I mean, if I take off these 3 items in a snow biome at night, minus 20, minus 30, minus 36. Now my health will start going down at this. There you go, 77, 76. 75. So it's going down quite fast. You get in this little base, you push your timer or your switch if you've got one. Instantly, as soon as I hit here, so you can see the cold is starting to go off because the heater is radiating this far. And even the screen's gone blurry because I'm so cold. Just stand in this base instantly. You haven't got to mess around with wasting wood on fires or anything like that. Perfect. And you'll start healing up. So there you go. Very simple, basic electrics for small or large bases alike. If you've got a large base in the snow or even a large base outside, you can wire it up exactly the same. Lights have got pass-throughs, link them all up. These have got pass-throughs, have 10 heaters around the walls of your really large base. So when you come in, you're getting comfort, warmth, etc. Nothing not to like. So don't scrap those batteries, don't scrap those lights, don't scrap those switches. They're good. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you in the next one.